Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive into our weekly market recap here. So, right now, taking a look at the most important chart, in my opinion, still is the Japanese yen. As we can see, we continue to push higher here inside of this wave 2. We're actually about to invalidate some sort of short setup that we have going on here. I do believe it was this WXI that we were looking for, this more complex correction. It has been moving in threes and going higher. And it's finally kind of gotten to that point. Oh, actually, well, there is a bigger short area, but I think the reason I put the stop here is that if you do take this high out, this becomes a bigger connector again, and the two can extend even further, right? So we'll have to see how that's going to go. But usually, Japanese yen associated with leverage, you could see as the market kind of pushes higher and higher and higher, more leverage is added to the system. More yens are borrowed, right? So when the weaker the yen gets, the better that kind of is for the market, right? You can see the yen weakening. It does indeed help, right? It doesn't kind of doesn't hurt. But if the yen starts to strengthen in a dramatic fashion, then you're going to start to see the market start to pull back, right? And probably drop lower. But we'll have to see. Right now, if it is able to break above these highs and invalidate the short setup, you're most likely going to see maybe, I mean, after a slight pullback, the markets continue to run higher and kind of defy gravity, right? And the trend is towards the upside, and you want to stick with it, or else you may get run over. Taking a look at the Dow Jones, though, Dow Jones still inside of its short area. Although this I would have to kind of negate and say that the short setup could be validated at this point, right? Since you've taken out the highs, you've kind of made a very ugly impulse off the lows, and these are all past setups that actually worked here. I just have a new labeling system, just labeling them now. And this will be passed. And again, this one is never kind of validated, but it came something else. So you could say that the fifth wave is extending, right? And now you could be on the verge of a major run again. 1-2 setup. It did hit the dip buy, right? It hit the dip buy and it had a good reaction. We've been moving up since then. So what we kind of need to look at is an impulse, and it here in a pullback in a three swing move. And again, this may be a very shallow dip, right? It might be really shallow. Like we might not go as deep as we want just by looking at what we're seeing here in terms of price action. Yeah, this could come down to like 41. Sorry, not 41. 416 on the Dow Jones here, or the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. This would probably translate to like 41,600 on the Dow Jones. So you got some potential dip buy setups. We take out this low, kind of finish the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lose that fifth wave. So we'll put that as a potential dip buy area. Get rid of this one. We'll actually look for the setup to see if it does hold. We can come back down into this area. And if we do go down and the RSI resets pretty significantly and all we can muster is like 2-3 days of selling, and then the RSI is already reset, and that's all we could do, then this is a great buy opportunity. Like you want to get long the market. You don't want to be on that bearish thought process where the market's going to crash at any moment. Yes, there are some very big similarities in terms of the chart, 2008, but the conditions are different, and it's not the same setup. So we're looking for the same thing here. We're looking for the same thing in the S&P. Pretty simple, very straightforward. Gotta label all these. Some of these failed, but actually would have to dive into the smaller time frames to see what's going on. This is the dip buy. Yeah, it looks like these two scenarios failed. But yeah, we're looking for a three swing move down. Now this one is not as good, right? It actually kind of looks pretty ugly, to be honest. The setup is just not there yet. Like maybe the like looks like the Dow Jones is bleeding faster than the S&P. So the S&P may need more work. Maybe a big drop, small consolidation, could be a crash correction, right? You could get a very steep sell off. Lots of panic could come very quickly, and then you want to buy the dip. But I don't have a clear three swing move, so I can't give a target right now. Same for the triple Qs. We kind of just want to sit on our hands and wait for the trade to come to us, and we don't want to chase it. IWM. So the IWM is the only one that I really don't like, just because we finished. Oh, actually, never mind. I thought we finished with no divergence. Maybe it's on the daily. Yeah, sorry, it's on the daily. No. I'm still good. The daily still has a race divergence, so you're kind of finishing in a peak, and I don't know. I feel like the IWM looks like it's gonna lag. We did see a massive trade come in here. Let me see if I can find it on the IWM. I'm pretty sure I can find it real quick. I believe it was a massive order that just came in right around the highs. Now, are they longing right up here? Like, are they like is smart money finally deciding to get long right at the highs of the IWM, or are they getting ready for a big drop? Like, are they going to see rate increases, or like I know they're talking about rate cuts, but for whatever reasons, this is how we're seeing the IWM being positioned. Alright, I'm just looking for it right now. Yeah. What was this? Oh, sorry, not number one. It was number 31. 31. I thought it was number one. Number one would have been pretty significant. 31. Wow, okay. Yeah, I can show you guys. Image. Kind of see here. 31 came in right here. $1.2 billion. 5.7 million shares. That's a big order. Are they getting long because the rates are about to get cut like crazy? Or is something else going to happen? Right? That's unexpected. And that's going to end up the IWM coming down to here. We don't know. TLT. TLT, I finally decided to close my short position on TLT. We took the short here at 89 with the TMV. We actually had some nice gains down here, but it started to grind higher. Kind of unsure if it wants to extend the B, right, or even the X. So that's why, and positioning is saying that a lot of people are short the bonds right now, which is usually not the best setup. Usually the crowd is wrong, but we don't know. Maybe this is gonna happen, but it's gonna reverse really fast. People are gonna chase it even more, and shorts are gonna pile in even more, and then we'll get that big reversion. So this could be maybe like a flash crash and the yield spiking. But this is how we're looking at the chart right now. And it's been working out really well for us since then. Like we got long on the bonds down here, and they were running up forever, like not forever, like for a really long time. And then we had that cycle break that confirmed that the cycle was coming to an end, the daily cycle coming right to an end right here. And this is when we knew we had to get out, and we avoided all of this. The SMH, very similar situation here. So you got the beautiful dip buy right at the lows, and then the beautiful shorts. But now we're looking for a beautiful dip buy and for the trend to continue higher. And that's what we want in the semis, right? We want the semis to continue. Gold a little bit more tricky. Gold invalidated my dip buy here, and now I'm just looking at some basic TA, just watching the trend line. It's coming back down and retagging it as support. We'll have to see if it holds up. If we get a more complex correction, an extended B, maybe it starts to pump back up, but then it ends up coming back down again. Or maybe this is the low, right? Because we kind of got a good amount of capitulation here. Right around 33.68 on the smaller time frames. You also got it on the 4 hours, so this could mark the low. Like I'm labeling it as an ABC right now, but it could have already ended. This could have already ended here. We don't have to fight it so much. But the smaller time frames, you do have some bullish divergence. That's the only thing. So you got some sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Very ugly count, very ugly chart. But this is how it could be setting up right now. And we'll get a new target for once this B's in. The dip buy area may change. Silver almost missed our dip buy by just like a few pennies. And usually when it does something like this, it's either is super bullish and it's getting ready to run, but kind of looking at it, it looks like it needs to take out these lows. That's what it kind of looks like. This was like a flat setup, something like this. So I feel like it's gonna run some stops is what I'm thinking, and maybe retest 34.78 as support, right? So we'll have to see. Okay, sorry. I gotta go back to my chart here. We're not looking at that. We're looking at oil now. Oil ran up. I have drawn this as a flat target, and oil has hit it to the penny. But I don't like the way it's ending because we're starting to make an impulse off the lows. You can make the case that it's an A, B, and a C with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't know. It's not something I would want to short right now. I will kind of just be on the sidelines, waiting for oil to give us some better signals. And the what's it called? The producers are actually kind of leading right now, which is telling me that maybe oil has higher to go. We are going to see some inflation. Okay. And then we'll move on. Take a look at nat gas. So nat gas, we again the dark pools giving us more insight here. I'll show you guys real quick. So for dark pools for BOIL, which is the 2 times leverage ETF, you saw the dark pools print a massive order. Again, they like to do this right at the highs. And what happened after that? Prices start to drop down dramatically. And then you saw BOIL, which is the 2 times nat gas ETF, take a big haircut of 7%, right? So it was to show you that smart money tends to do this a lot. And what we really need is to take out this high on the larger time frames to confirm a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Because if we don't get the 4 and a 5, then this is getting real bearish real quick, and it's going to turn into some sort of W, X, and a Y. But they're buy areas, man. The buy areas were respected so nicely here, here, and here, and we have another dip buy here. So I think nat gas is looking pretty good until you get some hard invalidations. Tesla's on the way up, looks like, and I think it's got maybe it could probably break the highs, or you at least get pretty close to them. But Tesla looking bullish, to be honest. Looks bullish to me just on the chart. There's some a good 3-string move here. So now you're just building up for a 1, 2, and actually would look for a long position on Tesla if this low holds. If it breaks and we erase divergence, then yeah, I mean you could have a bigger dip buy and it could double correct in the WXY. Right? There's always a possibility of that. But if it does do that, that's still pretty big opportunity. Meta, again, don't like the Meta chart. Really don't like it. I don't think, yeah. And I think this thing just looks like it's ready to spill over for some reason. And I mean, at this point, the target has been changed many times. But again, these don't happen overnight. They could take forever to reach. And again, you have some charts saying that the lows are going to break, like the April lows, right, that we made here are going to break. And you have some charts saying that the lows are in. So we're in a tough spot in the market. Nothing is easy. NVIDIA kind of looking for that similar setup. In a wave 2 pullback, we want to get some sort of dip buy, 3 swing move down. But again, I'll be looking for the SMH. I'd rather long the SMH. Once we get this 3 swing pullback, you got a gap fill down here. You're probably gonna see lots of buyers step in, and then people are gonna get max short at these levels. Oh my god, the April lows are gonna break, and maybe they do. But you want to take the risk. You want to take the chance in long. AMD, okay, so AMD's been working for us for a while now, and AMD finally it confirmed that the lows could be already in. We have strong signs that the lows could be in AMD. SMH is one of them, and again, I want to get long AMD on this 3 swing pullback if we do get one. And you got some gap fills down here. Point of interest is at 103. And you got some pivots here at 107. So again, start to dollar cost average once you get into this area. Again, you can see how nicely AMD's been trading for us. Shorts, shorts, shorts. Short, short, short. Dip buy here. And now for the big run, the generational dip buy, right? The pullback, the 3 swing, because you always wanted long these waves, right? I mean, from 100 to 200, it's a 100% gain. It could take months, but this is it's there. And my God, look at MU. MU also running up like nonstop, super bullish, continuing to gap and run here. Now we really need MU to get a 3, a 4, and a 5, because if it just ends like this, I don't know. It would be crazy to me that MU just continues to go up forever like this, like every day up, every day is an up day. But I think a pullback's coming. But since it's so bullish, it may not pull back as much as we think, and this one could be a leader, right? Micron may lead, but maybe it'll get a bigger pullback afterwards. Like it's if things don't extend like this forever, right? They will come to an end at one point. Okay, so let's see here. What else we got? Intel. I don't know. Intel. I still don't like Intel. Kind of looks like shit to me. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for something to happen to Intel for the price target to be hit. And again, they don't have to hit. Nubis finished its impulse higher. Actually, no, it erased divergence again. Right here. So now you need a 3, 4, and a 5, or else this could become a flat, which we don't want, but I really doubt it. I think we are going to get another impulse up. Nubis has been crazy, crazy, crazy. There you go. And then CrowdStrike, we're just continuing to extend. We're looking for this complex correction to come to an end. Again, I don't like CrowdStrike. I don't like the chart setup. PayPal is one that I really do like, actually, for a potential dip buy here. And I think if PayPal can get a clear 3 swing move down, we could actually check the small time frames if we're getting that. Yeah, you know what? This could have already ended, and it could be a shallow dip buy. But it could double correct, right? If the market wants to go lower, then you know, when the whole market goes down, then the individual stocks will go down too, just by nature, just from panic selling. There you go. I mean, look at that. That's the perfect setup that you want to see. You want to see the dip and reaction. So this is it. Like the lows could be in PayPal, and it's gonna start to run for right. So I actually may look for a long on PayPal too. Actually, so that's good. You could just like market order it, put your stop at the 67, and if we do come down, then that's it. You stop out, because PayPal's been in the rut for quite a bit of time, and I think it's time for some redemption. Okay, so PayPal looks great. Hood, Robinhood, again, Hood looks like it could have bottom. But again, I think when we take a look at the chart, yeah, so we have an impulse down or flat, and the flat is just extending and extending and extending and extending. I think it'll come to an end at one point, whenever it does. And however it wants to end, the target's down to 18. I don't know what would have to happen. Maybe a lawsuit's coming, right? Maybe like maybe like they're gonna get sued over what happened on GameStop and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what would cause this to happen, or maybe I'm completely wrong. And it's a different count. It's a different count on Robinhood. Shopify. So we got 5 swings up. We got the dip buy here. This one won't work, right? Because this was for like a double correction, which we probably won't get. What we're gonna want to look for is an opportunity to get long the stock on a 3 swing move. So we'll be looking for the market as a whole, waiting for that pullback. And again, it doesn't have to pull back, but chances are that we're probably going to get some sort of panic soon. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have much to add. Favorite sectors to be in, probably energy right now and precious metals, but they're definitely going to be looking at the equity market and some individual names. If we can get something like this, and I know I draw it like this, but like that, something like this. Taking out this high was key. Taking out this pivot here on the RSI, taking this out, really showed us that the market wants to go higher. So now we have 5 swings up. All right, that's it. Have a good weekend. Peace.